The federal appeals court recently agreed with him. Wayne Scott joins us now from outside our studio. Wayne, I'm sure there was some celebrating this weekend.
Yeah, there was. I wasn't part of it. I stuck pretty close to home with the family.
Now, this has been a 15-year odyssey for you in your fight with the tax man. What started it all?
I had a lot of different jobs, offices and stuff like that, and in my early 30s, I got a job as a courier. I was on my way to an advertising audition, as a matter of fact, and I decided to become a courier. I never looked back, but I noticed right away that I had these extra expenses that I was expected to pay tax on, and when I questioned Revenue Canada about that, they said this is the way the law is written, and despite the logic of my argument, I was expected to pay these taxes.
Give me an idea when you say the fuel that you use for your job. What are we talking about?
What we maintain as the fuel is the extra food over and above what the average Canadian needs to subsist in our society. Our Health Canada pegs at about 2,700 calories a day for the average male, and I'm eating more than 4,000 to 4,500 calories a day.
Not a lot of Twinkie bars, or what are you talking about?
Sunflower seeds, a lot of juice, a lot of liquid, extra salad. I eat about 2.5 to 3 pounds of salad in the middle of a day. So it's just like grazing all day and eating extra at each meal.
How much does this amount to when you fill out your income tax form? How much are you claiming for this fuel?
Well, it's actually about twice as much food that I eat than I did when I was at a desk job. So I thought that Revenue Canada might like just a simpler way of looking at it, and what I suggested is that the couriers be allowed to claim for one extra meal a day, and Revenue Canada pegs the cost of a meal at a day. We're using their numbers at $13 a day.
I see. And now finally someone sees it your way after all of this time.
Well, it's amazing. It's just so logical that now that the government has acceded to our request, everybody's saying, oh yeah, this makes sense. But for years people have just said there's absolutely no way. The lawyers are more excited about this than the couriers. The couriers take it in their stride. The lawyers are saying this is a pivotal change.
Well, certainly it is. I mean, when you think about it, in Toronto alone there's about 800 couriers. That's a lot of money that's going to now be claimed on revenue.
Not really. Most of them don't make enough to pay taxes anyway. So they haven't. Some of them haven't been filing. The government has been chasing them down, but now they can refile and they'll see a definite benefit.
Now, you said you weren't going to pay your taxes until this issue was resolved.
Right.
So does that mean with the victory that came last Thursday, there's a huge back tax bill you've got to pay?
Oh yeah, I've got to pay taxes from 94 on, but I was paying them right along before that. So when we factor in how far back retroactively this is going to go, hopefully a lot of my what I owe will be written off.
And what about, I mean, where do you draw the line? Also, as a courier, your running shoes, do you claim those?
I claim my running shoes anywhere up to $800 a year for 4 pairs of these extremely expensive running shoes. But without the running shoes, I wouldn't have been able to go as long as I was as a courier. I've gone through thousands of dollars of Nike's top basketball shoe for years.
But food was the contentious part that Revenue Canada didn't want to go for.
Food as fuel is something that for over 100 years people have been trying to change this idea. The fact that we went strictly as food as fuel and didn't factor in the idea about business lunches and stuff like that. We kept the analogy really straight and clear so that Revenue Canada feels they will not be inundated by a raft of like-minded people just because they made it such a narrow issue.
Now you sort of think of your body as kind of an environmentally friendly zone, workplace?
Well, I phoned Environment Canada when I was researching all this stuff, and I asked the 200,000 kilometers of deliveries that I've done in Toronto, what is the environmental impact of that? What have I saved the atmosphere? And one of the ones that comes to mind that they mentioned was the CO2 emissions on the 200,000 kilometers is 47,000 kilograms of CO2. And I phoned up because I didn't believe this was possible. I phoned up and checked again, and they said not only is it 47,000 kilograms on 200 100,000 kilometers. It would be multiplied by 4 to 7 times in cities stop-and-go traffic, and then you have all the other stuff.
You've done your part for the environment. It's only fair for Revenue Canada to do theirs. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're very welcome. Thanks for your interest.
Good luck to you.
Thanks.